What's going on, guys? It's your boy Avionics back with another action figure video. Now, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, as I do put out quite a few videos throughout the month. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Wave 2 of the Masterverse Masters of the Universe Revelation line, which is based on the Netflix series directed by Kevin Smith. We have Beast Man, Spikor, Man-at-Arms, and Teela to be looking at today. So we're going to take a quick look at their packaging, and then following that, we're going to take a look at the figure's accessories and then the figure themselves. Then we're going to take a look at articulation of each one. Then we're going to take a look at scale comparison within one another and within all the others of my Masterverse collection, which you can see Wave 1 review right over here. And then we're going to share final thoughts at the end. First up is Teela and her packaging. On the side it says Heroic Warrior Goddess. I did start unboxing. On this side we do have a graphic image, artist image, another artist image on the back, and we have a little description of Teela right here. Captain of the Royal Guard, warrior, hero. Teela has been many things in her life, but there's now only one word that can describe her best. Survivor. Outraged by the secrets and lies from those closest to her, Teela has thrown down her sword and title and uses her battle-hardened skills to scavenge for magical artifacts for the highest bidder, but one can only evade their destiny for so long. And then here it shows other figures in the line, and the whole line. These are all made by Mattel, obviously. If you haven't seen the logo already, there is her barcode for anyone looking for her. Alright, let's go ahead and take her out of the box. Alright, so we have Teela and all of her accessories out of the packaging. Now, the hands that are attached to her straight out of the box is a right closed fist and a left gripping hand. And then she also does come with an extra pair of hands. Here is the left. It's like a semi-gripping, kind of gripping hand. And then her right hand is a gripping hand. So those are the sculpts of those. And then here is her weapon when it's in its compact form. And it's light gray with paint applications of black and then brown on the ends. And then it can, so according to the cartoon, the Netflix animated series, this can take the form of a sword. So here it is in its sword form. Let me zoom out here. So here it is as a sword, and then it also transforms into a spear, which is pretty cool looking also. And then here is Teela herself. Let's move this to the side. Let's check out the face sculpt. There we go. Now, it's pretty accurate as far as the Netflix animated series goes. She is in her warrior armor / outfit. She has a white, like the shirt with where it kind of comes down past her hips. We have one color brown here on the chest plate, and then darker brown straps with yellow buckles and other paint applications along the armor. It is not removable, unlike He-Man's armor. And then she has a brown armband here, wristbands right there, and then this pouch is not functional, but it is a great sculpt and added look to our Teela. And then she actually has a little holster here, if you want to call it that, to put her compact weapon when it's her weapon when it's in compact form. You can put that back here. It's kind of a tight fit, but that's where you can store her weapon right there. And then going down to her legs, she has light brown pants with another dark brown strap with yellow buckle there, brown knee pads, but it's also her joints as well. And then I really like the boots, the look of these boots, because let's zoom out here and get some more lighting. It has this like worn leather look along the cuff, which is really nice. And then, yeah, so the rest of the sculpt of the boots. And then she does have peg holes on the bottom. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at articulation. Head looking up, head looking down, a little bit of tilt left and right. 360 all the way around. Shoulders out to the side. Pretty good, pretty nice, pretty limber. We have 360 rotation at the shoulder. We have bicep swivel. We have double jointed elbows, which is really nice. And then we have wrist rotation all the way around and hinging in and out. She does have a torso cut right here and a little bit limber there, but she doesn't really bend forward there or ab crunch or slouch back, but it does twist. And then she does twist at the waist all the way around. Her legs out to the side. Leg kick forward, back, thigh swivel, double jointed knees. We have boot swivel all the way around. We have hinging up on her foot, hinge down, and rocker rotation at the ankles. One thing I'm noticing right away is as you move her arms up and down, she is getting scuffed up at the top of her shoulders from it contacting her white shirt. So it's a little bit of worn out now, moving it up and down. Here is a closer look at Teela's face sculpt. Red hair, red short hair, shaved on the left side. Great paint application of the eyes and the lips, and just great sculpt overall. Pretty accurate to the Netflix animated series. Next up, we have Teela's father, Duncan, also better known as Man-at-Arms. Here's his packaging. On the side, it says Heroic Master of Weapons. On the left side of the packaging, we have a nice graphic image of Man-at-Arms. On the back, another awesome looking graphic and a little description here. Man-at-Arms, Heroic Master of Weapons, bound by duty and honor to the royal crown of Eternia, the man whose friends refer to him simply as Duncan protects the realm under the mantle of Man-at-Arms. Considered to be one of the most powerful allies in the battle against evil, Man-at-Arms is a warrior, an inventor, a mentor to Prince Adam, a friend to the forces of good, and a father of Teela and Roboto, and fights to protect them all. So on the bottom here is his barcode. Now, seeing the price tag, I did pay $25 each for them at my local collectible store here in Las Vegas. Alright, so here is Man-at-Arms, all out of the packaging and all of his accessories. So the hands that he comes with right out of the box is a gripping right hand, and then a semi-rest, semi-gripping armored left hand. And then he also does come with two other pairs, so 3 total pairs of hands. Here's the other right hand sculpt. Here is a right fist, a gripping left hand, and then a left fist. And then the weapon that he comes with is his mace, which is the same color as most of his armor. So here's a closer look at the Man-at-Arms figure. He is the best looking figure of Wave 2. He is definitely the winner. He's got his popular helmet. He's got his popular armor. Nice colors and contrasts all throughout. We have different paint applications of orange, like a dark burnt orange, and then all of his armor on the left. He's got his shoulder armor. He's got his gauntlet or bracer, and then the leg armor right all on the left side, his strong side. Nothing on his weak side. That is his typical appearance in the original cartoon and all the other previous figures. Pretty much the same sculpt as the He-Man body, because it's got all the muscles and the loincloth and the belt and the bracers, just different paint obviously. We have dark green and then probably a dark green-gray loincloth. And then we have 3 different colors here. We have light blue, 4 different colors, light blue, metallic blue, a dark bluish gray, and then the red center pendant or whatever that is. But yeah, pretty much the same muscular build and sculpt of He-Man. And then here are the boots. But yeah, this armor looks fantastic all the way around. Now these are removable, just like the He-Man chest armor has these buckles, similar to Skeletor's armor too. has these little, not buckles, but slots and tabs. And the top chest piece removes also, right there. And then the bracer is removable too. You would just have to take the hand off and then slip that off. And then the shoulder armor is also removable, as it has that belt assembly here as well. But yeah, I mean, you're gonna want Man-at-Arms in his gear, but it is removable. So if you want to do like any kind of customizing or just switching out gear. All right, articulation. Looking down, looking up, head tilt, not really. 360 rotation all the way around. Pretty much the same articulation you're gonna find in He-Man and that of that body type. So we're not gonna really go into that, but because yeah, it's all the same. He does have peg holes on the bottom. All right, next up we have Spikor, one of Skeletor's warriors. Here we have a nice graphic image of Spikor. On this side, it says Spikor, untouchable master of evil combat. Here's the barcode underneath. And then here we have another awesome looking graphic on the back, along with a description here. Spikor, untouchable master of evil combat. Of all of Skeletor's henchmen, none is more dangerous in close quarters combat than Spikor. The evil blacksmith with enchanted razor-sharp spiked armor fused to his body forges weapons for the ruthless overlord. Hailing from his secret stronghold hidden in the mountains, Spikor fights by his master's side whenever he is beckoned. Alright, so we have Spikor all out of his packaging, along with his accessories, and the hands that he comes with out of the packaging are two gripping fists, or I'm sorry, gripping hand sculpts. And then he also does come with an extra set of hands, and both of them are closed fists. There's the right, and here is the left. And then the real cool accessories that he comes with is this one, which is actually attachable to his, you can swap this out with one of his hands, either of his hands. Awesome looking weapon. And then he does come with his own mace as well, not as bulky and big as Man-at-Arms menacing looking mace, but this handle, look at this, the sculpt of this is pretty dope too. And it's a little toyish in the color. I wish it was like the same color as Man-at-Arms mace. It's more of a brown rather than a toyish looking orange. But yeah, I mean, it works, and so that's cool. He kind of has two weapons. And now let's take a closer look at Spikor. Now, he does have the same body sculpt as Man-at-Arms and He-Man and Skeletor. So all the muscles and the legs and hands are well, not the hands, because Skeletor's hands are different, but for the most part, the same sculpt. The bracers are a little bit different along his wrists. And then you have the loincloth and the belt, same sculpt as He-Man and Man-at-Arms. Same sculpt with the boots also, but the chest armor and his head is what makes Spikor stand out. Look at that face sculpt, or the head sculpt. Look at that. Now these are not pointy. They do not hurt. They are all rounded off. And then the chest armor is pretty badass. I mean, look at that. I'll zoom out here. That is really cool. And yes, different colors throughout. All right, so his articulation is that of the same as Man-at-Arms and He-Man, so we're not going to take a look at that. Nothing different as far as articulation. All right, last but not least, in this wave 2 of figures, we have Beast Man. Here is his barcode. Here is a nice graphic of Beast Man. And then on the other side, it says Beast Man, Savage Henchman. And on the back side, we have another cool looking graphic. And then a description. We have Beast Man, Savage Henchman, the fearless feral force spent his entire life fighting for Skeletor's evil causes, using his brute strength and telepathic command of dangerous creatures to his master's advantage. With the magic gone from Eternia, Beast Man serves evil-lyn as her monstrous muscle in her search to repair the damage done in the final battle at Grayskull. Alright, so we have Beast Man and all of his accessories out of the packaging. The hands that he comes with out of the packaging is a semi-open right hand sculpt and then a left gripping hand. And then also he does come with 2 other pairs of hands. So here is his left fist also, and then the same similar sculpt of the right hand that he comes out of the packaging for the left. And he does have painted nails, which is a really nice touch. And then he does have a right fist as well, and a gripping right hand. So these hands are pretty monstrous looking. You know, he is a beast, so he does have these big beastly hands, which is a really nice touch. And they do remind me of how big Moss Man's hands are. Just the whole sculpt of Beast Man is different and refreshing compared to Man-at-Arms and Spikor and He-Man, as he does have texturing all throughout his body. But yeah, before we go into the rest of taking a look at his body, he does come with his awesome whip with a gray handle. This is like a dark charcoal gray, and this is actually a soft nylon piece of rope. So it's not a hard sculpt at all, so it's nice and moves around like a regular whip. So his weapon is pretty awesome. All right, now let's take a closer look at Beast Man himself. So this is a different looking Beast Man than everyone is all used to in all the previous cartoons and everything. But like I said, this is all based on the Netflix series. But so here is the face and head sculpt of the Netflix Beast Man. He does have that tribal looking look, and the paint application of his face is just out of this world. I mean, you have different paint colors, and then his little tied up beard in 3 different pieces. And then even the hair tie is of a different color. His head sculpt is pretty nice. And then he does have this tuft of hair along his back. You know, he kind of reminds me of Blanca from Street Fighter 2. But yeah, take a look at all the texturing throughout his body. And then like all the beast hair around him. So yeah, totally different sculpt, which is nice and refreshing. He does have this blue long loincloth, and he does have a holster here, it looks like, for his weapon right there. Going down, no boots, but he does have nice textured feet and ankle bands. So yeah, I mean, this Beast Man, you know, I said earlier that Man-at-Arms wins Wave 2. I think Beast Man is right behind him. I mean, just take a look at this awesome Beast Man. Alright, so let's take a look at articulation, because he is of a different body sculpt. Looking up, looking down before his beard conflicts with his chest. Rotation all the way around. And I mean, he actually can tilt his head because the way his neck is sculpted. Arms up all the way. We have rotation all the way around the shoulders. And then we have bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows. Wrist rotation 360. Swivel in and out on both hands. He has that hunch in his back, but he does have an ab crunch. And there he is, ab crunching down. He doesn't go any further back than that. But he does twist a little at that cut right there. But he does rotate all the way around 360s at the waist. Splits. Leg kick forward. All the way back. We got double jointed knees. And then he does have a shin swivel. Same kind of cut as the boots. And then hinging up at the feet. Down. Rocker rotation all the way around. Swiveling. So there's articulation for Beast Man. Alright, so here is the entire Wave 2 standing next to each other for a scale comparison. And here we've added evil-lyn, He-Man, and Skeletor into the mix. Here is Faker, Mossman, and Scareglow into the mix. And then here we have them all with Skelegod. And one final scale comparison with Battle Cat. Alright, so my final thoughts on this Wave 2. I think Wave 2 totally blows the Wave 1 release by far. I mean, they're all great figures to begin with. Nice 7-inch MOTU figures that articulate well, have nice paint applications and articulations and sculpting. But Wave 2 totally blows out Wave 1. Now, as far as my favorite figure from Wave 2, it's a tie between Beast Man and Man-at-Arms. But all these figures look great. I know Teela got a lot of heat. I don't know why, but she's pretty show accurate as far as the Netflix series goes, and she's nice and limber, being that she is a slimmer figure, so she articulates really well. Also, another thing, it'd be nice if Beast Man had a loincloth of soft goods material like the capes of Skelegod, Skeletor, and Scareglow. But I'm definitely loving this line of action figures, the MOTU Revelation line. If you guys enjoyed watching my Wave 2 review video, please go ahead and smash that like button. Once again, leave all your comments and thoughts down below. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to be notified of future videos like this. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.